How's it going, everybody? My name is Mally, and welcome to the Highly Intelligent Podcast. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing kind of fine. It's a little bit windy today, so I think I like wind less than I like rain, and I like absolutely hate rain so much. So, that's obviously if you hate something more than rain, it's like you gotta really hate it. A lot of people actually like rain, though. A lot of people actually really like rain, which I don't really like. Like, I don't. How do you fuck with rain like that? Like, you're emo. Just say you're emo, bro. Like, I enjoy the sun. I fuck with the sun heavy. It's like, what's the point of not fucking with the sun? But we have a lot to talk about today. We have like actual serious conversations to talk about, serious topics, everything. So that's gonna be exciting. But before I get into all that, I do just have to say that the power might cut out during this because of the wind, and my house is very old, so the power is very finicky. So there's a chance I might have to record this over and over again, and there's a chance this just might not come out ever. You know what I mean? And by the time you guys see this, it's either it came out or it didn't, obviously. But I'll be at the beach, so I won't be able to record it, even if it like can't be recorded today. So there's that. And I'm actually going to the beach for a YouTube video. By the time you guys see this, or by the time I release this, I'm gonna already be there. So that's cool. It's pretty nice here, at the beach, type shit. And I'm making a YouTube video there. I know, a main channel upload. This is crazy. What's it been, like a month? I think it has been. Actually, I released it on the 28th of December. Oh, so in a few days it'll be a month. To what do you call it? In 3 days it'll be a month, or in a few days. I don't know if it's 3. I didn't go through it in my head, but in a few days it'll be a month since my last main channel upload. So that's always nice and cool to have a main channel upload. Gonna be going there, recording with somebody else. He might not release his because he doesn't release his videos really like that, but I'm definitely gonna release this one just because I know I kind of owe it to the fans to drop a main channel upload. I'm a streamer now, but can't forget about what kind of brought me to this place. You know what I mean? So also I need something to talk about on the podcast, so I'm definitely gonna record. But aside from all that, not very busy this week. I've had some problems with streaming. My streaming equipment seems to be kind of messed up. It seems like everything goes wrong every stream. And I actually got shadow banned, I realized. I was streaming earlier today. None of you guys seen it because I'm not going to upload the VOD. But I got shadow banned. I was live for 10 minutes. And usually by that time, not to toot my own horn, I would have at least 30 people stop by. I had 0 people stop by, which never happens. Never, ever, ever. Never. Not even like when I first started streaming on TikTok did that happen. So I definitely got shadow banned. And I think it's because I was talking out against TikTok and its recommendation system. So not really sure how to fix that. But when I do, it'll be cool. When I do, it'll be like, yay, I'm back in the fucking system or whatever the hell. But until then, they're not going to recommend me to nobody. So that sucks, as always. But, TikTok will stay doing some bullshit like that. So it's not really my fault. I get banned every month or so it kind of feels like they're targeting me a little bit, which, like they probably are, to be honest with you. They're probably just like, this kid's talk too much. The kid talks too much shit about the people who are like paying him, so we're just gonna fucking absolutely fuck him. And it's like, okay, I get you now. But if I speak out against the people who are fucking with me, it's like, there's a price to pay for that. And for me, that's $0 and 0 community, 0 comments, 0 people to talk to on stream. So I get it, TikTok. I get it. If you can unshadow ban me, that'd be cool. I'll just restrain myself from talking shit about you for a little bit longer. But I don't think that TikTok is really going to care, because it's like, what's one ant in the ocean? But this ant is about to blossom into a beautiful whale. So yeah, that's that's something that's been on my mind lately. Aside from that, though, everything's been going good. Good clips I've been releasing. The clips channel that I made last week has been doing decently well. In terms of views, not really followers, but the followers on Instagram is harder to get than like anything else. So it's because they don't like make it easy to accidentally follow people. Like on TikTok, you can accidentally follow people all the time, but on Instagram, it's like you got to go out of your way to follow people. So it's like, damn, bro. So no accidental follows this time. which is fine because the views is cool too. And also, there's a lot of people talking outside my room right now, which, sorry about that. I thought I told everybody, which it happens every time I record one of these podcasts, is when like everybody starts to do like a social gathering outside my door, which I'm used to by now. Trust me, I'm used to. So we're just gonna talk over that. And it also seems like they nope, never mind. I thought they turned up their TV. I was like, am I getting targeted right now? What the fuck is happening? But wait, dude, I can't tell. I'm fucking hearing shit. Like actually, but yeah, that's all that's happened as of recently. And the first topic I want to get into is about time. Actually, I announced this because like I've been wanting this for so long, dude. But Dragon Ball Super Moro arc is being animated now. If you guys don't know, Dragon Ball Super ended in the Tournament of Power. They created the Broly movie, the superhero movie, but we haven't gotten the actual seasonal Dragon Ball shit, like the actual episode shit, in a long time. Like Dragon Ball Daima, I forget that it even fucking happened, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it. Let's just ignore that for now. You know what I mean? But Dragon Ball Super Moro arc. And this is, in my opinion, it's the best Dragon Ball Super arc, if not the second best, behind the Cell games maybe, or Namek. Honestly, I really like Namek now that I rewatched Namek and I really fucking liked it. So I don't know which I like more, but yeah, we'll find out. Hopefully soon we'll find out if it's better. I didn't really get a release date on it, or like they just said 2026, so that's something, you know. And I'm so excited because I read that shit so long ago, bro. And it's like that's like in recent history, the only thing I've read, like aside from like the JoJo stuff, like the newer JoJo stuff, it's the only shit I've read. And even the newer JoJo stuff isn't new. It's just new to me, you know? So, but yeah, Moro arc will be really fucking exciting and good. And I think Moro's just a great villain, honestly. I think Moro's just super fucking tough. So I can't wait for that to happen. And somebody just texted me right then, so that was weird. But Moro is fucking like, I think in terms of villains, he might be the best villain. I think his design is super cool too. I like his old man goat design though. Like I like his old man goat design more than I like his like slim android absorbed form, which a lot of people don't agree with me. But I like it. You know, it's different, especially for Dragon Ball. You know, we don't really get that many different looking guys, even though everybody does have their own like little flavor to them. But I think just Dragon Ball Daima kind of ruined it. Like, okay, that's just a copy of a Kai, and that dude is just like a little demon guy. Like nobody gives a fuck about him. You know, it's just like, why is he wearing the same shit as Jiren? I don't know. You know, I don't fucking know. It's just kind of lazy if you ask me. So Dragon Ball Daima, get out of here. Moro arc coming. You know what's going on, Moro? Tap you on the back. Was good, gang. And along with that, they're also redoing the entire Dragon Ball Super Season 1, I think, which is kind of weird because it still is made in the same fucking art style, which I hate that art style. It just looks shiny and plastic and not good to me. Like, that's exactly how I'll describe that. I wish it would go for more of like, you know how Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece is being animated nowadays? Like, why can't we have Dragon Ball with that type of animation? Like, it's the biggest franchise ever. Well, except for fucking Pokemon or whatever the fuck. But in terms of anime, it's like as OG as you can get. So why not just give us that? You know what I mean? Why not just give us a brand new fucking amazing looking Dragon Ball Super? And why'd you have to revert back to the old style? Like, I really don't understand that. But they're kind of doing the same for the Beerus movie too that they're making. But the Beerus movie is just Battle of Gods remade. So it's kind of weird still. It's like, what is happening here? You're like, I understand we're redoing Super, but it's, I don't know. Like the Beerus movie looks to be in a different art style, which is good. But if you've seen like some trailers for it, there's a lot of stuff that looks the same. You know, it just looks the same, but redrawn slightly better. I don't understand why we can't just get like a new format or like a new animator, you know? Because the dude who made Dragon Ball Super, no hate, that shit was ass, bro. You know, except for the Tournament of Power, that shit did not look good. And, you know, I don't know if it was because the studio rushed it or whatever the fuck, but like, dude, it was bad. Like, let me tell you, dude, that shit it just didn't look good. I don't even know like how to describe it. I think it is just like it just looks rushed, and the colors look pretty dull, or they look like toys even, you know what I mean? So it's just not the greatest. I just wish we could have gotten some like super good animators on the job. But then again, it was only a trailer. You know what I mean? It was only a fucking trailer. So, and also Steel Ball Run kind of looks the same, which sucks, unfortunately. But hopefully Steel Ball Run and the remake of Super and the new Super Season 2 all look good. I'm praying for it. But since it's Dragon Ball, it's like, I feel like I'm going to be disappointed, bro. I feel like Dragon Ball does everything in its power to fuck itself up, you know? Like with Sparking Zero, they're getting an update, which is nice, but before that, it's like, oh god, you know, like who cares about this shit? Like it was fun for like a week, and now it's just dull. And people are saying the update's gonna bring it back, giving us 3 new characters, guys. Like 3 new characters is not gonna bring us back, and some missions, I guess, but I don't know what they mean by missions. There's no missions in the game, unless it's talking about like the story mode shit, which okay, I guess that's something, but what do you mean by missions? Like, I don't get it. Like, and also new game modes, which maybe they'll have the free roam shit. Maybe that was in Budokai 2, but I doubt it. I actually doubt it. And they gave us Bardock Super Saiyan, which should have been in the game on launch. Dragon Ball as a whole, you know, it's like everybody loves it. It has its moments, but it's like it's so lazily done. It's almost like Pokemon, you know, where it's just like, yeah, let's just toss this shit out there. They'll eat it up anyways, which is I think is fucking trash. You know, I think with One Piece, the fans got so fed up that they were like, okay, we will animate this shit better. They haven't fixed the pacing issues though, so hopefully they get that done within the next year, because I know that One Piece is taking a hiatus. So hopefully the pacing can get a lot better there, which maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I heard that it's going to keep the pacing, but they're just going to release like 26 episodes a year, which I guess will give us time for the manga to be finished and whatnot. But still, like, they didn't really need to do it. I think the animators were just like, well, we're getting kind of close to the manga, so we're going to take a break. It's like, why don't you just finish it up into a good point? Even though I guess they aren't a good point. I guess they finish Egghead, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But, like, again, why can't we get Dragon Ball with One Piece art style, or Jujutsu Kaisen art style, or any modern day anime art style? Or just the Dragon Ball Super Broly art style, bro. Like, I don't know where the fuck they went wrong with Daima. Like, let me sit up for this, okay? Daima is dog shit, bro. Let me tell you why. The last time we had seen Goku, he was fighting Broly and destroying reality itself. In Daima, I watched it. In the 3rd episode, he's dodging arrows. He's dodging arrows, bro. He went from fighting Broly in one of the best looking anime fights of all time to dodging arrows in slow motion. How can Dragon Ball fall so fucking far, bro? And not to mention the voice acting for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You know, I'm not like, I like when Goku powers up, you know, and I understand he's getting old, so it doesn't have to be amazing. That shit was not it, bro. That shit was not it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the sub was actually better for the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Like, unironically. And y'all hear that out there? That's the wind. That's not even rain, dog. That's the wind. If a tornado goes through my house, do you think my streaming career is over? Maybe. Honestly, if I don't have my PC, then what the fuck could I do? I mean, I guess I could stream on my Xbox and shit, but I'd only be able to do it on Twitch, because there's no what do you call it? There's no TikTok streaming for Xbox, so that sucks. But yeah, anyways, just before the wind was interrupting me, the Dragon Ball shit, like, why? You know? Like, Daima is, why? It's the same problem with GT, you know? Everybody was mad at GT. And even though GT kind of saved itself towards the end, it's like, we still can't forgive what the fuck you guys were doing with Pan and all that shit, fucking Trunks. Like, we don't care. Like, we don't care. It wasn't until the baby and Sin Shenron arc that people were like, okay, maybe it isn't like super terrible. But like, aside from that, that shit was fucking bad, bro. And same with Daima. GT and Daima We don't want to see them as kids, all right? We do not want to see them as kids. We don't want to see them as nothing fucking like that, bro. Just, I'm so glad we're getting a season 2. And I think remaking Super is kind of a good idea because there's some plot holes that need to be fixed. But also, give us a better animation style. Let us depart from the ways of old Dragon Ball Super, dude. That shit was made fun of for a reason, okay? We call it dog shit for a reason. So why are you sticking to the same art style? I think it's just ignorance or just laziness. You know what I mean? Like, the fans don't want that. The fans want some cool looking shit. Dragon Ball Super Broly looking shit. Like, whoever you had animate Dragon Ball Super Broly, get all of them to remake everything from now on until the rest of the time, and the fans will be happy, dude. Except for the CGI moments with Broly and Gogeta, except for those, we're happy with the animation style of Dragon Ball Super Broly. So we don't need all the remaking Super in the same style shit. And I, like, God, it infuriates me so bad, guys, but that's just my little complaint with that. And I'm excited for the Moro arc. I am excited. And Xenoverse 3 supposedly got leaked, and there's another one that's in, 2027. It's called, Dragon Ball something 7000 or whatever the fuck. It's supposed to be a Dragon Ball game that with your own create a character, but also then again it might just be Xenoverse 3. We don't know. It's either Xenoverse 3 is its own game, or that is Xenoverse 3 and it's being called something different. Which I guess I'm open to, but they should improve Sparking Zero before we get a Xenoverse 3, dog, or make Sparking Zero the next Xenoverse. You know what I mean? Like, give us the CAC, give us all that shit. Like, that would be actually cool and fun. Like, that's a way to save Sparking Zero for the people who already bought it. But then again, since they already bought it, they can't make any more money. So I think that's why they're creating another game and just giving up on Sparking Zero, I guess. I don't know. Even though they're releasing an update for it, they really fumbled the bag with it. I enjoy it still. Like, I still play it just time to time. I enjoy it, but I understand why people got tired of it. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, it's like, well, okay, And I don't think the update is really going to change that. And dude, there might be a tornado outside my house, actually. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but there's definitely something outside my house. Dude, that shit might actually be a tornado. You think I'm fucked? Let me look at the weather app, actually, dude. I might actually be dead right now. Hold on. Do I even have the weather app installed? I do have it installed. All right. What's going on here? Oh, it's raining right now. Oh, and then it's going to start lightning, and then at sunset it's going to be clear, and then right after sunset, lightning. Tomorrow looks nice, though. It says tomorrow's nice, so it doesn't really matter. All right. So, sorry, I just started choking. So the next topic I got here is, last podcast when I was talking about wanting to play World of Warcraft? Well, I downloaded it, right? Because I guess it's free. I downloaded it, and I loaded it up to test it for stream. Turns out I can't play it on my PC. I cannot play World of Warcraft on my PC because my PC is trash and can't handle World of Warcraft. And it says something about memory. So I guess I need a new memory card or whatever the fuck. But I can't afford that. So I don't make that much money on streaming, so I can't afford a new memory card. So I'm just going to have to stick to playing my shit on Xbox. I wish I could. I really wanted to try it out. But I need a better PC, and since I have a pre-built PC, I don't think I can change out the memory card. And if I can, I still got to buy one. So it's kind of a big problem here. You guys know? You know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is no World of Warcraft, no nothing on my PC. And it's the same with CS:GO too. I can't play that shit because my memory card is so dog shit. I don't know how often you got to buy those bitches, and I don't even know. Let me look up a gamer memory card. Let me just look up gamer memory card. Gamer memory card. And then let me go to shopping. Well, actually it's not that bad. What is that? Well, I don't know. micro SD memory card. There's one right here for 75.44. And there's ones on Temu for $4 actually. Hold on. I think I might just found the all right. So like 70 to $100 for a new memory card. Like I could squeeze my budget to buying that, but then I would actually be out of all money on every single card I have, on every single bank account I have. So that would be kind of a risk to take, a big risk, which I'm fine with taking, but I have a life outside of streaming and I like to spend money sometimes. But you know, not too often. I haven't been going outside. And I haven't gone outside in like 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure, which is cool. I've been streaming every day. Uh, Even though I've been shadow banned more and more, it kind of sucks because the more I put into streaming, the less I'm seeming to receive and get. So that's kind of cool. TikTok is really fucking me on that department here. And every time I load up TikTok, it tells me I'm more persistent than like 98% of all streamers. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but why aren't you guys like doing anything to help me? You know what I mean? Like your creator program, like it's nice that they let the little guys earn some money. It's nice. Like it feels great whenever I get a dono. But it's like you should still recommend me. If I'm more consistent than 98% of other people, why aren't you recommending me then? If it's like if I'm bringing in money to your platform, why are you not like boosting me? So that's a problem that I have here. But aside from that, I know that they probably wouldn't want me to play World of Warcraft because that's kind of an older audience, and TikTok doesn't have a lot of. I feel like they wouldn't have a lot of older people trying to watch World of Warcraft on TikTok Live, but I still wanted to play it, except I can't. What can you do? It only takes $100 to fix my PC, if I can even change out the memory card. I have no clue. I'm looking at that bitch now. I don't see nothing that pulls out over there on that computer, so I don't know if I can fix it or not. Doesn't really look like it, not gonna lie. And the computer I'm using is fine for streaming. Like I can stream decently well. I just can't stream at a high bit rate. And if it's windy outside, I can't stream, which is why I'm recording this podcast instead of streaming. Normally I would go live right about now, but it's too windy outside, and my Wi-Fi along with my PC is dog shit. So no streaming, only recording the pod, which is fine with me. I like recording this. This is the only time I can really yap to somebody without being interrupted or ignored. So I like to make this. It feels nice. It feels like I'm letting out. Feels like I'm releasing steam. Shh. You know what I mean? So that's cool as fuck. Always. I like talking as well. Talking I think is cool. It's hard sometimes, you know what I mean? It's hard to talk to people sometimes. As I've mentioned before on stream, I'm very antisocial. So doing the podcast kind of like helps me talk to people, helps me just get my thoughts out there, let my knowledge leak onto the internet, I guess would be the right way to put it. And yeah, and it's just nice kind of being out here just in the middle of the ocean, just talking to a camera about my problems and my interests. I think it's kind of a cool thing, you know what I mean? So welcome. Also no World of Warcraft as well, which I just remembered. Like I got off topic and then I remembered that I can't play the game that I was going to. It's like, fuck, dude, why? And it's crazy because I'm not sure if I've already stated this, but last time I tried to buy a PC, we were at a market high, and now that I need a new part, we're also at a market high. So, what the fuck is going on with my luck? Huh? I should have bought a... Dude, it's so annoying. Money is so... This is why when I was younger, When I was younger, I just wanted to become a pirate, bro. I just wanted to live on the ocean and fucking, like, kill fish, eat oranges, live on an island secluded. That's, like, no Jeffrey Epstein shit. That's all I wanted to do. Because I was like, dude, money ruins so many people's lives. People slave away at work for their entire life just to barely be able to live. It's like I still have that mindset now, which is why I'm doing this instead of like working a real job. But it's like, dude, I just wish I could chill on my own somewhere, like on a huge ass like tropical island catching fish, eating coconuts and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what I really wish I could do, and also live and not get like any crazy diseases. But that's like another thing. But that's the goal. But now that I can't do that, or maybe I can in the future, who fucking knows? But now that I've got my sights set on YouTube, it's like I'm in the same pickle. You know, I'm realizing the same shit. It's like, God, is this shit unfair? And I could put in as much effort as humanly possible, and still this shit wouldn't work out. There's a chance for that. So that always gets to me. And it's like, well, if I slave away my whole life and it never works out, then my life was worthless. That is what I don't want to happen, which is why I'm really putting effort into this shit. And that is why I'm recording a video tomorrow, just to give people on the main channel, something. I mean, it's better than a fucking room tour, am I right? A room tour that if I recorded a day after I released it, I would have been able to show off the Miami setup, if you know what I mean. Which is kind of funny how that works out. But, timing, life itself is just about timing, you know what I mean? So maybe my time will come soon, maybe a little later, hopefully not later, hopefully soon, but nobody can predict that shit. That's why people believe in God and stuff, you know what I mean? So anyways, there's a new topic to talk about, guys. Sorry, these transitions are crazy, but there's a new okay. Let me just say this in preference to everything, or to preface. Let me just say I used to like Star Wars a lot. All right, and so this kind of hits a little home for me. They're creating a new Darth Maul TV show in the Clone Wars style, which I think is like, that should have been done before the Boba Fett shit. That should have been done before the Bad Batch, but whatever. I'm not really into Star Wars like that anymore, but this even though it's gonna be on Disney Plus, so I'm not gonna watch it. But new Darth Maul show, really hyped for that. We get to see Luke Skywalker in the Clone Wars style now, so that'll be cool. That'll be pretty lit. And yeah, I mean, everybody's been wanting a Darth Maul show for a long time. A lot of people have just wanted a Darth Maul movie for a long time, which I think honestly would be the better move here, just because like the Star Wars movies are fucking dog shit. Just give us Maul. Hopefully don't fuck it up. Have the same people who wrote the first season of Mandalorian do it. Not the later seasons though, because that shit's kind of buns. Yeah, hopefully the Darth Maul show's good. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'll definitely watch some reviews on it. Also, there's something weird going on with my sinuses right now. Something's attacking me. Something's actually attacking me. What the fuck? I think it's the weather. The weather gets me in a really bad mood, especially if it's rainy and windy out. I hate wind more than rain, and rain bums me out like fucking crazy. So, or maybe I'm getting sick because I feel my little uvula, but like barely. It feels like I'm choking almost. Guys, I think I might be dying on the podcast. First ever death on a podcast. That'll get some good clicks, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have another thing to talk about. This shit it's so fucking stupid, but it's so stupid. But as you guys know, I am a huge fan of the YouTube channel Cold Ones, right? Like I buy merch, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And I've come to realize that the one of the hosts, Chad, right? Chad, anything for views, Chad. He muted my personal account on Instagram. And so if you don't know what muting is, it's basically on Instagram that you cannot view their stories at all whatsoever. And I came to realize that because I thought Instagram was glitched. I was like, that's weird. It doesn't show me anything on the story whenever I press it. But on Malarak's account, it does show me shit on that account. And so I'm like, wait, what's happening here? And so I put the pieces together recently that Chad, anything for views, muted my personal account. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you can't just do that to someone who's a fan. I mean, I guess you could, but like, I wasn't even sending him that many messages. I was like, just talking bullshit to him, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even harassing him or nothing. Like, he would post Pokemon Go, which I play, and I would say some dumbass shit about Pokemon Go, and he muted me, bro. He fucking muted me. I don't understand. How is that? Like, how can I have, on Instagram, I have like 200 followers on my personal account, right? Like, I'm not even like a big celebrity talking shit. He just muted my bitch ass. Like, how could he do that? It's so weird, you know? Like, it's so weird being muted by somebody you look up to. It's like, damn, the person who I fuck with, the person who someone who inspires you to create content has you muted. It's like, fuck, man, the hell? Like, I bought merch from y'all too, and you're gonna fucking mute me? That's crazy. And I don't even know if it's because I was like spamming their emails talking about some sponsorship like things, because all the other accounts I can watch the stories on. It's just anything for views who has my shit muted. And I might be able, if he has a story right now, I might be able to show it to y'all. Actually, I unfollowed I unfollowed him because I got mad as fuck. I was like, how the fuck are you gonna do that shit to me? Anything for views. He might not have a story available, but or maybe he's just got me fucking muted. I don't know. Let me go to my other account and see if he has a story available. Cause that shit is fucking stupid, bro. No, he just hasn't posted a story, but when he has me muted. Because I checked it. I was like, why is it not showing me anything when I press his story? Like, the story circle would pop up, but his shit would just be all black. And then I'd go to my other accounts, and it would show up. It'd be like, what the fuck is happening here? And I was like, oh, I put the pieces together. I was like, oh, okay. I get what's going on here. I get it, you know? I've never been blocked by a celebrity before, you know? So this is kind of weird. Especially one that I've watched since I was like so fucking young, dude. I was like 11, 10 watching him, and now it's like, oh man, 9 years later, 10 years later, fucking blocks me on Instagram. What the fuck, dude? What did I do to deserve that? You know, like I'm just trying to be a funny guy, and you're blocking me and shit. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And you know, there's also another thing that happened on TikTok. So I'm pretty sure on podcast episode 9, I talked about who inspires me. And one of the streamers who inspired me to start streaming on my own is a guy by the name of Kiki Tellum, or just Kiki, I guess. He wanted to get rid of the Tellum at some point. But yeah, he inspired me to do all my shit. And I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but somebody with him on his it wasn't his official account, I don't think, because I looked it up. It was different profile picture, but somebody with him as the profile picture looked and liked and favorited one of my TikTok posts. So I don't know if it's him, but like, he's not that big of a streamer, you know? Like, he's way bigger than me, but he's not that big of a streamer. So I wouldn't think that anybody would have him as their picture, like profile picture, except for him. So it's like, you know, it would be cool if the person who inspired me favorited my shit, but then again, it could just be a fan, you know? He's not unheard of, but he's not popping, I guess, which is kind of rude to say. Sorry about that. You're doing better than me, but you know, you're not going like crazy, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know if it was him just on an alt account. It would be cool, but I don't think so. And actually, I say talk, but we traded 2 DMs on Instagram, and that's it. So there's a chance he knows who I am. Maybe he was just checking back up on me or some shit. Who knows? You know what I mean? But you know, that's it for now. You know, hopefully that saga continues. You know, because it'd be cool if I could meet somebody who like inspired me to stream, and like stream with them. Maybe, you know, it would be lit. I feel like the tides are changing. I feel like TikTok is trying to suppress me because they know that I'm blowing up. Like, they know that my time is coming, I feel like. And so they're trying to hold me down. The devil's trying to hold me down type shit. You know what I mean? So, who knows? Also, I just want to say, it wasn't the last podcast, but it was the one before that. I talked about religion. And let me just dive into that by saying, I am not anti-God. I am not anti-Jesus. I'm actually pro-God, pro-Jesus. I am pro-Christianity, right? I just have problems convincing myself that what I'm praying for and what I'm believing in will come to fruition and is actually real. So I just wanted to clear that up, just so people don't get it twisted. I'm not anti-God, I promise. It's just, a little bit of struggles here. You know what I mean? A little bit of struggles over here. And I wouldn't know. I don't know if I would consider myself a Christian at this point. I know I used to, but at this point, I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of floating. See what'll happen, I guess. You know what I mean? So, just had to clear that up. And there is something in my throat. It's like I feel like I'm getting sick, but I'm not. You know what I mean? You guys know that feeling? It's a very odd feeling, but like ugh. Anyway, I have something about Fortnite next. Fortnite and The Office did a collab or are doing a collab. And that just goes to show you how out of fucking touch Fortnite is with their audience, dude. Like, nobody playing Fortnite is watching The Office or thinks The Office is funny, bro. Like, nobody. Except for maybe Courage, because he's like 40 years old. You know what I mean? No, not to discourage or anything, but he's probably the only guy who plays Fortnite who would actually like The Office. Like, for me, I like The Office was like a generation above me. It's like what I would describe corny millennial humor, I guess. I've never seen the show, so I could be completely wrong. But like nobody my generation or below gives a fuck about The Office. So to add that into Fortnite, kind of crazy. You know, just say you don't know your audience. Just say that shit. Like nobody's buying that. No, I guarantee you nobody's buying that shit if it's already out. They'll be like, "Oh, look, it's that one show that all the old guys like," and then they'll go and buy Hatsune Miku or some shit. You know what I mean? Like nobody. Like I don't know anybody who's watched The Office. Maybe my parents, but like, you know what I mean? It's just not for Fortnite. I feel like there are some things that are for Fortnite, some things that are not. That shit's not it, bro. Keep that shit on like I don't know what did The Office come out on? NBC? No, not TLC. Not TLC. TLC is the fucking Learning Channel, bro. It's definitely not the Learning Channel. You know, TLC was fucking crazy back in the day. You know, all them old ass videos like that. They were like fake pedophile baiting, which was weird. But off topic there. Fuck. That is some weird ass shit that goes on in TLC though. But yeah, The Office, bro. Like, come on, Fortnite. You could have like redid the Dragon Ball skins or some shit. I know everybody wants that to happen, but like The Office is crazy, man. I personally don't get it. Like, I know they have like Chris Pratt, what's the guy's name? Steve Carell, some shit like that. Steve Cornell, Chris Cornell, whoever the fuck. Not Chris Cornell, obviously, but Steve Carell, I'm pretty sure is his name. And is Owen Wilson in The Office? I know Chris Pratt is, but I might be getting that confused with something else. I think I'm getting it confused with Zoolander, actually. I'm getting the actors confused with Zoolander, not the show. I know what the show is. The show is like corny millennial humor. And also, the people from it are kind of weird. Like, I watched a podcast interview with the really fat guy, and he was like very pressuring about some stuff that like somebody didn't want to talk about. They're like, this is a safe space. Come out about it. It's like, kind of weird, you know, let it go. But he didn't let it go, and they ended up talking about what they didn't want to talk about. But aside from that, I think Fortnite kind of missed the mark there. Nobody's fucking buying Office skins, dog. Along with like 28 Days Later, that's like nobody really gives a fuck about that shit, especially since it's just a back bling and a pickaxe, obviously. And the next thing I wrote down is kind of weird, but I actually went outside. I think I think it was maybe like 2 days, less than 2 weeks ago. And I know it's weird to say, but I haven't been out in public. Like, I've been at my friend's house, so I've obviously been outside, but I haven't been out in public in probably about a month. And I went out there, and I kind of saw something that inspired me. Okay, so what I'm about to say is not to offend anybody, but I saw a lot of people who are my age working at Walmart and Publix. And they're my age, so that means that they should be doing that. You know what I mean? But that kind of makes me feel like, because I used to think that everybody was so far ahead of me. I was thinking like, dude, everybody's got these crazy secure jobs, college and shit. But no, a lot of those folks are just working fucking grocery jobs. And it's like, well, As long as they're doing that, I can do this and I can feel just fine about it, because I'd rather chase my dreams than work at one of those jobs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, because everybody loves Publix and Walmart is cool sometimes. You know what I mean? So I'm very secure about where I am now. You know what I mean? It kind of gave me confidence to be like, oh, so the people who are making fun of me aren't like, they're making money, obviously, which is more than I can say, but, it just kind of made me feel good. Like, yeah, you guys might be talking shit, but I'm doing what I dream of, and you guys are working just some bullshit ass job. You know what I mean? So kind of makes me feel good, makes me feel confident in myself just to see I'm not totally far behind where everybody else in my generation is at. Because I really thought I was. I thought everybody was driving their own cars and shit. I thought everybody was getting all this money, buying apartments and shit. I thought everybody was working these jobs, $20 an hour, but they're not. So honestly, I feel good as fuck about that. Honestly, I feel good as fuck about that. I couldn't even give a fuck about nothing else now. Like this shit's mine. This shit's my world. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to take off finally. Not that there's anything wrong with working those jobs. I used to work one of those jobs. It's just, it feels good to know that I'm not going anywhere and they're not going anywhere. Well, I don't want to be mean to those guys. Like, obviously, they're still young. They can go anywhere. But I really thought everybody was so far ahead in life than me. But they're not. So that's all I really got to say about that. If it's just, I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought that everybody was just like so much further in life than me. Like, I don't, like, obviously they're not. They're still 18, 19, So I don't know. I really don't know. It's just, there's no reason for it to give me confidence, but it does, So hey, you know what I mean? That shit's chill. That shit's chill as fuck. And for the next little thing I have to talk about is I started Cowboy Bebop the anime. Now I have some shit to say about this. I didn't finish it. I'm on episode like maybe 20. Right? I'm on the clown episode, right after the clown episode. Which was really bad. I just want to say that. That's what made me want to talk about this. Cowboy Bebop starts out so fucking strong, bro. Like, it starts out so strong. I love the atmosphere. The characters are cool. I think Ed's kind of useless, but that's besides the point. And I think it's just really cool. Up until about episode 15, which everything in the show had meaning. Like, the story was always advancing, or everything had some interesting lore, and you get lore bits and pieces of it in every episode. It just flat out stopped for some reason, like, I don't understand it. And they're not, like, I don't, like, the clown episode doesn't make any sense to me. Like, maybe there's some deeper understanding that I just didn't get, which sure, that shit, like, I don't get it. Like, it went from developing the story every single episode to becoming like an adventure of the week type of thing, which isn't bad, obviously, but it's like, it was going at such a good pace, and then it's just fucking stopped. Like, I thought we were going somewhere with the story, and it just straight up fucking stopped. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I'm kind of pissed off about it, so I haven't watched it like within the last day. So it's like, dude, it was going so cool. Like, everything was so cool. The story's badass. All the characters are cool. Ambiance is great. Vehicles look awesome. Boom. Everything comes to a screeching halt. Not even bounty hunting anymore, by the way. And they're fucking fighting clowns that add nothing to the story. It's like, well, okay. Like, I don't really give a fuck about the clown. Like, the clown episode pissed me off so much. It was just like, why is this here? Why is this here, bro? Like, I don't understand that. Again, it could have deeper context, but I feel like all the, like, at least 5 episodes before that, it just came to a screeching halt. And it's like, oh my god, bro, what is this? Because it was so good for a little while, dude. Like, the first, like, 13, 14 episodes had me hooked, and now it's on some bullshit, bro. Like, I don't get it. It was so good, and then now it's nothing, like, I don't get it. Like, I actually don't know why that it had, like, there's no reason for it to change pace like that, but it did. And that's all I have to say. It's kind of upsetting, Because I was like, I was gonna talk to my friends about it. Like, dude, Cowboy Bebop is fucking awesome so far. Like, every episode is so good. And then they hit me with that shit. And then also the girl who has the medallion shit that like with the feng shui or whatever the fuck. Like, what is going on here, you guys? And I don't know if it's gonna be like that for the rest of the episodes, but it felt like everything was moving so fast and at like such a perfect pace. Like the story was developing really well, and I didn't even mind some of the episodes where nothing was happening, like the mushroom episode. Like I didn't mind that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't hate it. I thought it was funny, and I know the clip of him walking up the stairs is like a classic like clip, but like it's just I don't get it. They stopped everything. So I'm gonna watch it and hopefully they get back on track to whatever the goal is, really, because we don't know. I guess just to find the girl that Spike is looking for. I can't remember her name, but you guys know the blonde girl. To me that was like the main goal. It's like, okay, once he finds her, then what, you know? But after the episode with Vengeance and the trans person or like the non-binary person, it was like kind of came to a halt. It was like, well, okay. And then we got some of Faye's background story, which, all right, you know, is okay. That's fine. And then nothing, nothing. So I don't really get it. I don't, it's just so silly how that shit just stopped. Which it's still a really good show, but I'm hoping it picks up back on track, okay? Because I wasn't expecting it to just randomly stop like that. I was like, okay, episode's not really making too much sense here. Why are we here? What's going on? And it's like, well, whatever. It was all right, I guess. At least the characters are still cool. And then, after I watched that, I was like, well, let me go back to something I really like and enjoy, which is the UFC. Now, I haven't watched the UFC in a minute just because the Oliveira versus Topuria fight kind of broke my heart, so I stopped watching all of them. I stopped buying them. Which I know Oliveira has a win again, which is cool. And he's fighting Holloway, which, as an Oliveira fan and seeing him train with Stand and Bang, I'm afraid, obviously. But obviously I have hope in my boy. But, well, what the fuck? Oh, that was weird. I'm afraid for Oliveira. But let's talk about Justin versus Paddy. Now, I went into that fight thinking, well, Paddy Pimblett's best win is Michael Chandler. Gaethje beat Chandler, so I'm not really too worried about that. And, Justin Gaethje kind of beat the shit out of Paddy Pimblett. Even though I would give Pimblett, it was either the third round. I think it was the third round where I gave Pimblett, or the fourth, I don't know. But Justin beat him pretty bad. And I guess it's true what he says about Scousers not being able to get knocked out, because some of those shots looked pretty fucking crazy. And I will say, even though they didn't call it, I saw two shots that Justin landed on Paddy's dick that weren't called, and I saw one eye poke that wasn't called while it was live. And so I was like, damn, Justin low-key fucking like violating the rules right now, And then I saw Paddy grab the fence a few times, and he hit a ball shot too. But I saw Justin Gaethje. He is a dirty fighter, you know what I mean? And, let's do some MMA math here. Justin Gaethje beats Paddy Pimblett by decision. Charles Oliveira beats Justin Gaethje first round, knocks him down to the ground with a punch, and then submits him. So, MMA math tells me Oliveira would have been a cakewalk for that guy. And then Gaethje and Holloway went all 5 rounds, which, hopefully tells me that Oliveira can take him down in at least 2. But I thought maybe Topuria could do something. I mean, I thought Oliveira could do something to Topuria too, but I don't get it. He just stood right in front of him, which I guess it is his whole thing, but makes me depressed to think about it. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. But that is all I have to talk about today, guys. I kind of have to end this short, no break today, because I'm actually super lucky that the power hasn't gone out already. So if you guys liked it, make sure to like, rate 5 stars, share it to your friends, everything, all that funny stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. Make sure to listen to all of them, I guess. So I'll see you guys in the next one.